Wait, we pretty much finished everything in the club because we got the info out of a cell. There's just figuring out the oops. I don't need that right now. Yeah, it's figuring out the there we go. Give me logic. Although I don't think anything I have. Yeah, like I think I still need to drop a point and do it to actually do this, but there's the figuring out what happened with the thingy, the noise, and the game.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, that we haven't finished the Pale Unknown thing, so I need more volition. Because I need the volition to get Kim to step away while I talk to Joyce about the Pale. Because I think that's what that's referring to. Alright. Let's unify this outfit a bit. Oh, we can probably talk to the communists again tonight, too. We're in the afternoon, right? Empathy glasses, yeah, alright. Good enough. Okay, what else can we look at? The journal's got some updates, so... Evrart about the drug... Oh, yeah, that's right, we had the connection to Evrart with the drug lab. Oh, and the signature thing. Like, the thing is, I wanted to know if the forging thing would, still screw the people, or what? Apparently there's a crime novel thing we can reroll too. I forgot about that. Okay. Alright, so yeah, let me interact with the envelope here.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
I just remember what we talked about. Read the forgery last time. Here, like, I know which house we need to go into. It's the shack, but... like, we'll see what the reaction to the forgery is. Oh, I need interfacing, alright, yeah, so... We'll sign this with garden gloves on, because that seems like a great idea. I think that's the only interfacing clothing I have.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period.
Go for it.
And the zoning. With a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line?
2 names, Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter.
Indeed, they look distinctly different and very convincing. These might as well be their actual signatures, but they're not. And the document will be nullified if they dispute it.
Hell yeah, alright, yeah, that's what we're going with.
To start over. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everart's accountant in La Delta. There was a mail delivery box in the plaza, near the corner of the bookstore.
Okay. Mission accomplished. Give me my fallen gloves back because they look cool. Alright. Insides don't seem the happiest with me tonight, I don't know why. Nothing like drastic, just enough to be annoying. Alright, so we'll mail this. I'll try to talk to the Hardys, I guess. And we gotta talk to Evrart again anyway, so there's that.
You keep coming back!
Alright, was there anything else in the box?
You keep coming.
You find your hand. The box smells like cat.
Economical, but also trendy. Look.
Nope, okay.
The shine on these sunglasses
We need a buff conceptualization to hopefully get some out of sunglasses. We were like 80-some%, so one more point should blast that out. Oh yeah, we gave him the photo already. I kind of wish we could give him the uniform too, but I'm probably not gonna wear it. Mailbox near the corners. Oh, this is it. Yeah.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
Knew we'd get to use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
Thanks, Kib.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug Evrart. You know he's going to play you somehow.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Evrart. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Fuck Evrart. Alright, we got, what, 7 hours till the communists meet up again? We read that whole ass book. And then some. Fuck that guy. D222. So we'll ask him about the drug thing. We'll ask him about the... I'll tell him we sent the envelope. I mean, knowing my luck, there's going to be a whole issue where he didn't see me actually talk to the people who he needed the signatures from, but... Fuck that guy. Yeah, I'm not sure how late we're going to go tonight, given how long the last 2 sessions... I shouldn't even say anything. Because we never know how long it's going to go with these. Remember, that corner is the exit.
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
Right, done. I know the signatures you asked me to mail.
The Golden Boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this.
Okay, he claps his hands together like a child who's just been offered cotton candy.
The mailman confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now.
Yeah, a true man of the left would fuck over an entire neighborhood.
In my inner
Robert Moses, true man of the left, right there.
We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Okay.
See? Forging that signature really paid off.
Thank you,
Well done, sir.
forgery friend.
By guile and deceit, you're in.
Alright, well, the signatures I got, I know you plan to force them out with the construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving,
God, fuck this guy.
well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
I don't know if I believe him on that, but...
Proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
That's what the name palace would imply. Yeah.
You were there.
You're still removing people from their homes.
There's nothing left. But mark my words, officers. We are going to reset it. Reset. I have big plans for Martinez, and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
Ugh. What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth center supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing. Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Youth supermarket church complex? Do you really expect me to believe that?
Yes, I do. I got the center, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
How would you know? You never leave this fucking container.
True indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain. The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that.
Oh.
And then there will be a giant statue of him towering above it all.
Wait, but will you erect a statue to yourself?
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, kids off speed, and landowners in a zone hating.
So he knows about this. Well, we know he knows about the speed, but...
And yours. We're doing this together.
Alright. I knew you were up to something.
Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
I honestly don't know how full of shit he is. He definitely believes in himself.
As he thinks of her.
Alright. Did you order the hanged man killed?
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What do you gain from him being dead?
A war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
There's the profiteering.
Mr. Kitsuragi, I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1.
Hell yeah.
That's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men. Or 15 men.
2 men?
Even 50 men.
He might be implying us.
The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring
Okay, well, there was more than one merc, though, so...
mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
Yep. How's this connected to the strike?
There is no strike, only war. Class war.
Hell yeah.
In business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane.
They've been taking the containers.
Damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth.
I hate him a little less with all this fervor. He's definitely selling this well.
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance.
What?
It's from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no, it's not.
Thank you. Someone Encyclopedia would have gotten that, because I would have got some cash. Why are you telling me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start.
I'm probably not going to give her a heads up.
Already.
It kind of depends on how that other conversation goes. How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
Nice.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
Alright. How are you going to fund your new independent harbor?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
This is true. Everything?
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer.
I mean, the place is allegedly a shithole, but I don't know, like, how advantageous a port it is, so...
With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce...
This man wields words like a weapon, and I kinda hate it, but I kinda love it.
That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
That's just the top of the iceberg, though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, maybe illegal.
In some countries.
The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperidone.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share, and I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Alright. See, that sounds too trusting to make sense, one. I have to admit, it's a well-put-together plan and far removed from you.
It's also far removed from my men and the people of Martinez who've put their trust in me.
Okay.
Anyway, let's not.
I got a weird burp that I don't know if it's the controller burping or Firefox burping, but we're fine now.
Drug trade is
I didn't see it drop frame, so...
Interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
Alright. Go on.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel.
Why did you go 3 presumably femme and then 1 mass?
I'm gonna unite them
They're
all
examples.
into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight.
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it.
Okay. I'm not a money guy. That's the naturalist one. Hold on, I don't want to look at the big picture. I want to look at the drug trade you almost admitted to.
No, Harry, that's boring. All right, it's gone. The hypothetical raw materials trade is off the table. It's such a small and insignificant slice of revenue, I'm cutting it.
He's not cutting it.
Boys, Harry felt queasy about it. We're not doing it.
He's just mocking me now.
Incorporated Martinez and its many-sided business ventures now. This bold new vision of incorporated socialism I'm offering.
That's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me, because in many ways, you are that working man. You have already done so much work.
Alright, can I ask you about specific union members?
Way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters.
We might get some more info out of Leonard then.
Mode, Harry.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant, more alive in his big-time mode.
So, can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Well, of course he did. Fine. Where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
The only old woman we know is the washerwoman.
Be the woman who bought the gun from Roy, the one he described as terrifying.
Okay, so the gun's still the one who bought it from Roy?
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry.
Which is like the inverse of what a pawn shop's supposed to do.
Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debarders Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Oh.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
Okay. She was waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details.
It's not the woman at the apartments, is it?
Don't worry. No one got hurt.
Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
Maybe... That couldn't be the pigs that Kuno's dad was talking about. That couldn't be.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
So they immediately bring up Kuno's dad.
I find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
The smile flickers in the corner of his mouth. Can you set up a meeting?
I already have.
Of course he has.
Starting 10 o'clock.
Oh no, that's where I gotta do communism.
The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
She will be there from 2200
Okay.
till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Well, that's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Suddenly, there's sadness in his tone.
This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
Okay. I'm told the union's involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
Bro.
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
No comment.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Yeah, no shit.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Alright. I bet a girl named Acela says she's working with you. I'm worried this is going to put a target on her back, but...
Funny. That doesn't ring any bells, Harry.
Funny. She was trying to set up a narcotics operation in the old church on the coast.
Oh, that herself.
Oops.
Yes, I do seem to remember sending a pretty young thing down there to liven up the place. Get some hypnotic music in there.
Did you also tell her to start the amphetamine lab?
amphetamine lab? That sounds very immoral and debauched. Frankly, a health risk. But what do I know about kids these days? The music they listen to, the drugs they do while they listen to that music.
He shakes his head with a melancholy smile.
It sounds to me like you are trying to start an amphetamine lab in the district. And you're using some delinquents you found, God knows where, to set it up and run it for you.
Found God knows where? That Acel is the daughter of Miko the Kebab, a man who once killed a guy with a kebab.
That's awesome.
I think a daughter of a man who killed a man with a kebab can handle running a little nightclub, don't you?
Miko the Kebab? Really?
Maybe it was Bogovir. Or Jakub. I think it might have been Conrad.
Anyway, I shut down the amphetamine production, but let them go on with the nightclub plan.
A nightclub? Harry, I'm an old-fashioned guy. After work, I like to listen to some rock and roll music and have a non-alcoholic lager. Nightclubs don't interest me.
So we won't be seeing you there. Good.
But here I am, talking about myself, when you have much more important things going on. Tell me, Harry, how can I help you?
I think this just brings back the list of questions.
And
Nope.
entertain you, my very nice,
Okay,
Harry.
we're done. Alright, well, we could try Leo for some more. We do have a point to spend. The question is, do I want to do it in visual... What's the one I need for the box of stuff? Conceptualization, okay. And I feel like if the phasmid does show up, it might help. That might help. Being able to imagine its existence, but... Alright, hook. Again, overall, I'm kind of just doing a vibes cop thing, so... Plus the art stuff, so... That's fitting.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting,
There we go.
just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an
Hello,
important
Leo.
police officer and all, and personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
Alright, Leo, you seem to know everyone around here. I want to ask about somebody.
Evrart doesn't
Oh, we're gonna get so much of a...
about union guys.
Uh-huh.
But who did you want to talk about?
Alright. Tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Evrat's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does, but a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say.
Alright, we're not interrupting.
Kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Evrat's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
Alright.
The trade must have been lucrative for the trip to be so long.
Okay. Tell me about Manana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Evrart sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
So he's the morale officer. I need to move Steam over real quick. There we go. Okay. Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that.
Probably not.
Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. Heh, I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
Okay.
That's precisely what he is. Everart's dragon.
Alright. Tell me about the guy in the container.
Who do you mean, mister?
He's rubbing his nape and looking at you with childlike innocence. The fancy guy in a suit. That container over there.
I don't know anyone like this, mister. Maybe he's one of Mr. Everart's fancy friends. He knows all kinds of fancy people with suits and purdy carriages.
Leo falls silent.
He really feels very uncomfortable discussing matters related to Evrart with you.
Interesting. Tell me about Titus.
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort old Titus is.
Yeah, real friendly.
He's probably one of those rare specimens who are born when two drunk seamen stumble on top of each other on the deck amidst a storm so violent it flings whales around.
Okay, tell me about Evrart.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Evrart would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
If anything, the ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. Tell me about Renee.
The night guard. He was a peculiar fellow. Headstrong and proud. We didn't really talk all that much. He died recently. Something with his ticker.
Yep.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
I think we're done. Alright. We haven't really checked in with Measurehead since day one, so I feel like maybe we were supposed to. Checked the booth pretty thoroughly, so that's squared away. As much as I want to kick his ass, I still don't think we're in shape enough to do that, but... Actually... doubt this is gonna go all that well, but... we gotta get rid of the shirt, because that gives us +2. What does this guy give us? +1, okay. This outfit's gonna look goofy as shit. Like that one better. Alright, buddy.
Your body continues to betray your degeneracy. Your body does not betray your degeneracy. That's a lie. You're in great shape.
Alright. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Am Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Alright, still say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
You hear your heart pumping fast and irregular. Your joints ache and you feel old, but still alive, somehow. Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Bruh, you're kinda weird.
Look, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Alright, my body's unimportant. I'm with the police and have police business with you. Especially I don't want to play the police card.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Kid, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
No. You're right, I'm an alcoholic. Now I need you to cooperate with me.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning. Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Alright. A fat racist over there, pointed to the racist lorryman. Here's him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race.
We're all the same species, buddy.
Eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory.
Oh god, it's not like I've never heard these Western culture, quote-unquote, fucking arguments.
Like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
Alright, the situation is serious. Your people have probably killed a man.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. It would enrich you rhetorically.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a 70s supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Okay, we're not doing that. Isn't Evrart the Union boss white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve him, so how does that factor into your life?
Dr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I don't know, communism's pretty cool.
Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race.
This guy's not winning any points.
Everywhere around you. The fruits of its failure to challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases, above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture? Rock and roll music?
This guy seems like he'd have a YouTube channel. I've got it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having...
Apparently that counted as a deranged superstar line.
Pain. It is a shame upon my race.
We just got an achievement for it.
But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask. What are the Seminoles?
The South Island race. Haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you were born and raised in the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the Pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No. I have heard about it on the radio.
So you're not really Seminoles, you're just from Revachol.
I'm from Couronne. And no, it is not just in Revachol. The city is central to the Seminoles strategy.
Sure it is.
Through its trade networks, our culture will dominate the world. You have heard enough about our phylogenetic secrets for today. You have extinction to come to terms with. Think upon it.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
It's like, how do you know there'll be an extra racist? Is just a silly, question. That'll be our lucky racist.
That's 3 wishes.
Yes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone. The lieutenant does not flinch. You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Alright. You know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
You know anything about it?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it. He had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
Not entirely. Alright, why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading. You pick up on something artificial in his tone. Like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
But you're all part of the union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Seminoles. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently
Oh, is this gonna be another person we haven't talked to?
influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant
Oh, he's talking about the lawyer.
peddler. It's shameful.
Probably. What do you mean?
Find out for yourself, endomorphic blub.
The delivery of that blub. It's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. The lieutenant takes a quick note. What are those tattoos you're supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures toward the lorry man down the street.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
That's dedication.
True. That is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be small.
I don't want to throw these out there, but they're also like fighting fire with fire, it sounds like, so. You sure? I mean, that jaw is clearly an atavistic stigmata.
Atavistic stigmata makes pussy say yes, plenty.
Fair enough.
Babe, thanks. But I got this.
Alright.
Racist. Welcome. He must.
Can I get anything with the earlobes thing?
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, the size of the earlobes is not a real craniometric criteria. Everyone knows this.
Your earlobes are flawless, Jean-Luc.
Yes.
Are you sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs.
That's all you got?
This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even...
That's why Leo told us about the sheep thing, nothing was going on. Interesting, so one of my ancestors was Sur-la-Clé and the other Vesper?
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
I disagree.
Racists.
Welcome. He must.
I wanted to see what the say nothing does.
Are precise and look true to them.
Your silence betrays your inferiority.
Alright, so we're not getting anywhere. I'm not conceptualizing race theory.
Enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Alright. I guess we'll go talk to the Hardys. Oh yeah, let's do the box since I dropped that point. Getting myself some good sunglasses, damn it. Oh, yeah, outside the roundabout. I forget how we got up there. Around the base of this? Oh, we could go up this way. I guess we... Okay, we just gotta take a turn up and around. Got the road dips down. Alright. Go to this guy about anything else? Or tell me to fuck off again?
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Okay. Let's see, a conceptualization. Talking to a racist was useless. A racist was useless. Go figure. Oh yeah, Volition's probably gonna be next. I'm wearing the itchy pants. Or the soldier pants. Yeah, F that. Give me... What are the black jeans we found? There we go. Looks striking against the white. I like it. Oh, and I guess we should call the office again to see if they finally got information on the armor. It's later, so maybe.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
Somehow fail on a 92. I'm re-rolling.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime.
Finally. Ah, I see a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says, Sub-Insulin de Rendezvous. The frame appears to be hand-carved out of bone. Oh, that's sexy as hell.
Choice, officer. Very high culture.
For the first time, the street vendor's voice trails off as he watches you inspect the glasses. Start
This
them
is
on.
how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. All right, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater.
Wow, officer. You look so cool.
The street vendor has picked up his pace again as you observe the world through deep-sea tinted lenses.
And they can be yours for a mere 3 real.
3.
My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you found them.
Kid, what about these?
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
Hell yeah.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Here's $3.
A man who knows his style. Much respect.
Yeah, I might have to pop a Pyrrolodon to boost Volition, but... Yeah, we're gonna have to, yeah, because I'm otherwise limited. Not you. Oh yeah, the Hardys. Let's talk to the Hardys. So I should probably go for Authority. Not much that projects Authority, but... Apparently it's leveled out to 0. Authority's a purple. I was looking for blues. Hold up. Where were the glasses? Oh, they're in the middle here somewhere. That's not them. Where's my sea monster shades? There we go. Okay. See if we can't get any more out of Titus. Actually, we got like a minute till break, so.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Okay, nothing more with her. We'll see if he has any more options, and if he does.
Circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Okay, he does not look particularly happy to see you. Definitely not establishing authority, but yeah, alright, we'll talk with him once we get back from the break. 3 minutes ads to kill the pre-rolls. Lots of channels do this. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so me and Evrart talked. Me and Evrart didn't tab back into the window. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
Yes.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
I would never tell on someone. He says casually as if we were commenting on the weather.
Typical Bino Claude. Always a tattletale.
Shakes his head resentfully and continues.
Evrart sent word you two would be around again. That's the only reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Evrart back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Okay. I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
He's an out-of-towner.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others, and he's in witness protection.
Okay. My witness isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Alright, let's just say he's a high-ranking government official. Leave it at that.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for moral intern. Moral intern is short for...
He was a moral intern guy, though, wasn't he? Yeah.
Coalition that runs Revachol.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. The last copper. What wacky claims did he make?
Witness said the hang went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Okay, Shanky.
Yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
It's the best you have.
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
I'd imagine you guys drinking and singing lynching songs. What's with the funeral silence?
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks
nice.
Comfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
Nice shot, Ken. Or Kim. I mixed Kim and Glenn up name-wise. Alright. Like, just melds them. So it's people of Arabagate descent and one mask.
Arabagate? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
Witness said it all looked like a surreal play.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
What was?
It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
He writes in his notebook. Alright. Oh, about the witness?
Witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
Maybe a little bit of school.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
I appreciate support of Eugene, though.
Maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have to be fretting a little. Everyone is afraid of witnesses. Witness is a scary word.
Not necessarily.
It's bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Alright. Okay. Scan the room. Anything new?
Sitting across, and then the emblem on his vest in the far corner. Standard working boot on his neck. Let's call this one the size for in the mid. Awful smell. In conclusion, these 7 exactly.
The fuck is with you, fella?
Alright. See ya. Yeah, there's no way I'm rolling that authority.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height.
It's not time yet, okay.
The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why?
Nothing else there. Oh, I wanted to see if Gart had any response to me getting a new place to stay.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Not yet.
And why are you wasting my time and yours?
I mean, I could probably still afford it, so I have the option of either one, but I probably don't need to. Alright, I was hoping to rattle something about the rifle out of him, but I guess not. What else is left here? We still gotta find a way into that other side basement. Oh, we got a call about the armor. I'm curious if we can see where does this see Kuno through the helmet.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Radio.
Precinct 57, how may... Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Press Sylvia again.
Sylvie? Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, detective? You mean, why did I leave the bar?
Why not?
Wait, why aren't you just comfortable discussing it with me? Oh, we didn't follow this up before.
Say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom?
You know whom.
Alright, I won't push you on this.
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Okay.
No, not me.
Why didn't you call? Of course, find your workplace bother you?
Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court.
What does this union have to do with
No
anything?
one calls the police. The union would get angry.
Okay.
You know.
What do you mean by that?
What the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Looks like there's a limit to my authority then. Okay. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Okay.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
Dude, you have a rating of 0. Fuck off.
Don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry.
Okay. Empathy. What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble.
Her voice is resigned and weak.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is...
Oh, that's true.
Well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Okay. I see. Don't worry about it. I understand.
You do? What else can I do for you?
Okay. Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Oh yeah, the phone was in that office.
Yeah, go on.
We're done here.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I can see there's anything else on the 41st.
Please hold.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so... I'm kind of worried about pushing her any further than that, because I'm worried she's going to, like, just cut us out completely afterwards. At least we got some cool glasses out of it. We talked to Titus. We got 2 things to do at 10 p.m. I'm going to see if I can't take care of pigs and, yeah, Gary's not over there anymore, so I think that's out. Alright, if reaction speeds up, we can do that shelf of crime novels. It's not interfacing, so I think it's just thinking. I don't know what all it's gonna do for me. Maybe give me a thought to train, but... if it's experience, it's experience, so...
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine
Alright.
Dick Mullen.
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken Identity?
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic hard-boiled phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
Sorry. It's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
This is the book for you.
Alright, I want to buy this Dick Mullen novel.
Of course. Such violence and immorality. I mean, enjoy.
Okay. We got another book to kill time with. And we can learn a bit more about Dick Mullen. Yeah, we're definitely not getting the boots off. Alright, still haven't figured out the figurines option. Alright, smokes. I feel like maybe I'll smoke one just to clear that because it'll be experience, but I don't know. Okay, find a way into the secret passage. Okay, where's... Oh, interact, that's what I want. Oh, forfeited. What's forfeited? Oh, they open the door, yeah, okay.